The WaterNeuron APR right now is absolutely insane. If you take 100 nICP, which you can get about that exact amount for ICP, you will actually get 110 ICP back in 6 months. This is crazy. I'm putting thousands of ICP in total through this right now, and I'll show you exactly how this works. Now, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I have tens of thousands of ICP, and WaterNeuron gave me what is worth now $10,000 as a thank you for all the videos I've made about them. I'm using this protocol myself so you can see where I'm at. If you look right now and compare this to the network nervous system, I have my known neuron right here, which you can follow for automatic voting. Right now, this is getting a 14.5% APR, and WaterNeuron's actually shredding that because now this is a limited time opportunity. I made sure to swap some for myself before doing this video, because as soon as I put this video out, the rate for swapping to nICP is likely to go down. So it's critical the rate at which you swap your nICP to get this actual, the APR will always be and go up based on the amount of nICP you can get. But I'll explain why it works this way. Long story short, I'm getting more than 10% APR in 6 months, which is more than 20%, even like 22% APR for the year. So I'm greatly beating my ICP staking in WaterNeuron with a lock time of 6 months, which is amazing. So I'll explain this to you in more detail here. And if you have questions, go to my open chat on jerrybanfield.com and post in the VIP chat or the JBBJ Millionaires, or you can schedule a call with me on jerrybanfield.com. So look at this. So if you go to the WaterNeuron, which is at waterneuron.fi, and you click on the wallet up here, you will see that I've already put a little less than 500 or so ICP through WaterNeuron in the past. When WaterNeuron first came out, I tested this. I used 100 ICP to buy 105 nICP. Then I got 107.3 ICP back, which is effectively a 7% interest rate. Same thing here. I used 100 and got 108. So I got 7 to 8% interest in just 6 months to test this out. I then was getting a similar, actually even a little bit lower right here, but I swapped out a bunch, like 500 3 months ago, and I'm waiting for this to dissolve so you can see how much more I got back here. Now today, I just took 300 ICP. I got 301 nICP, and I'm going to get 333 ICP back, which is a more than 10% APR. I'm going to get that back in 6 months from now, and I'll show you this entire process because every detail of this process is important. So you need to use icpswap.com, which is app.icpswap.com, or another way to swap nICP. You can go in your open chat wallet and swap ICP to nICP in your open chat wallet to do the same basic thing. I'm going to swap directly on ICP swap here. So I'm going to click on receive. I'm going to copy my ICP address. So the first thing I need to do, if you have ICP on somewhere, like it should be on the network nervous system, so you can search my internet identity and network nervous system tutorial to see how to do that. But you want to get this on the network nervous system or on OISI. Then I'm going to take my wallet and I'm going to paste the address in here that I got from ICP swap. We're going to test this on another 100 ICP right here. But I also don't want to put more than 1,000. I want to keep at least 1,000 ICP liquid because this will be locked for 6 months. And I don't want to be over committed to the WaterNeuron protocol. Right now, if WaterNeuron goes to 0 for any reason, I'm potentially losing over 1,300 ICP, which that plus the WaterNeuron itself, I could lose as much as $20,000 if WaterNeuron goes to 0. So I think I've committed enough to WaterNeuron. Technically, outside of ICP itself, WaterNeuron is where I have the most of my money right now. So I don't want to put any more than this, and I would not recommend putting more than like 20% of a total portfolio through this at once because of the additional third-party WaterNeuron risk. So far, it has worked very well for 6 months, but you want to balance your risk out. So I'm taking 100 more ICP, which is the limit of what I want to put into this at once. I'm sending it from my main wallet to my ICP swap wallet. And I'm not going to send any more until I get it back out of there. That's why I was waiting to do this until I got this like a little less than 500 ICP out. I was waiting to get that out before I put it back in because I don't want to have much more than 1,000, 1,500 ICP in this at a time. So now I go to ICP swap, and what you need to do is add Neuron ICP. So you click plus and you search nICP, which is Neuron ICP, and you click the plus sign that'll be there on that right there. I already added it, so it's in my wallet. Now, this is easier if you just use the OpenChat wallet and you just click on swap on the OpenChat wallet and you do the same thing on the OpenChat wallet. You don't even have to leave the OpenChat app. If you need a link to join the OpenChat app, that's on jerrybanfield.com. So when you look at, you just need to find Neuron ICP in here, and it's not always super obvious because there's a lot of tokens where exactly it is, and I probably scrolled past it. But you need to find Neuron ICP if you want to swap this in OpenChat, and that will, I don't even see mine in there for some reason, but we're not going to worry about that because I'm using ICP swap. So I'm going to go back over to ICP swap. I'm going to click swap. Now you'll notice I have nICPs up here. I'm going to click the arrow to swap positions. Now I have 100 ICP right here. Now, the key to making all this work is the nICP swap rate. So if you're wondering, well, why is this APR so good? It's because a lot of projects put their ICP into nICP when WaterNeuron first came out. And then this is a liquid staking token. So what some people do, instead of waiting 6 months, they just dump it. And what's happened recently is a bunch of people have dumped their nICP back to ICP, which to me was not a very good move. You basically didn't make any money, but they're impatient to swap immediately to ICP. So you're really capitalizing on other people's impatience here and supporting the market and bringing the price of nICP down. So what I do is I have 100 ICP, so I'm going to get over 100 nICP back. Now, if the rate of nICP drops down to like 90, 100 ICP only gets you like 95 nICP, then the APR that you'll get by doing this goes down a lot. So you really have to watch the swap rate, and anytime the swap rate is even close for ICP to nICP like this, then you're in a good area to do this. Now, if you click on a limit order, you can actually get a better rate, but I did 2 limit orders and neither of them executed. If the price is high like it is today, right now, where if I just did a limit order, I'd get 102 nICP, but you'd have to wait for other people to dump their nICP at that higher rate. So if it's up pretty high already, it may not execute. But if the rate is down, then you could put a limit order in and wait for the price to swing in your favor, which I've done in the past. You could even provide liquidity on this if you want to get more complicated, and then let people swap directly into it. But the simplest approach, after I've given you the complicated ones, is just to go over here and swap your ICP for your nICP like this. So I click swap on here, and it says I'll receive a minimum of 99.8884 nICP. So I'm going to click confirm swap, show you how this executes in real time. There are some errors you may get on ICP swap at various stages. If the deposit doesn't work, go back and notice that your ICP will still be in the pool. So if you click right back in the pool, just try the swap again immediately. It will look like it's gone at first if it doesn't work, but this is your pool balance, essentially. You'll have a wallet and a pool balance if it's in the pool. And sometimes it won't withdraw correctly, so in that case, go to your account up here, sign in and sign out, and that will work. Mine didn't withdraw the first time earlier, so I had to wait to film this tutorial. And then I just swapped it. I came back later and it worked. So now I've swapped. I have 100.377 Neuron ICP or nICP that I swapped for 100 ICP. So now we're going to click send on here. And I need to get my principal from WaterNeuron. So I'm going to grab the principal from WaterNeuron here, which is actually, I clicked the wrong one. It should not be the account ID. It should be the principal address. So you need to pay attention, click receive. And you need to receive nICP, not the account ID, but the principal address. So you're going to click receive on the principal address, paste in here. Now, if this is your first time doing this, I would send small transactions to test it. I, almost screwed up there and could have potentially lost some nICP if I messed it up. So send small test transactions first to make sure you're doing it correctly. Otherwise, you could lose it. Now, I've now got my nICP right here, and it's sitting in my wallet. So now I'm going to go back to the WaterNeuron homepage, and I'm going to click Unstake nICP. Now, you have to make sure to click this correctly. Now, I'm going to click Max on here, and then I'm going to click Delayed, and you'll see I'm now going to get 111 ICP back in 6 months. So I put in 100 ICP originally into nICP on ICP swap. So I sent 100, remember I sent 100 ICP to ICP swap. And now the 100.035 nICP I swapped for is going to give me 111 ICP back in 6 months. So I'm going to click Unstake. Notice it'll be effective in 6 months. Be careful you don't click immediately or you'll just have lost money immediately on that. So I'm going to click Unstake, and then this will pop up in my wallet. So I will go over, click in the upper right on my wallet now, and I will scroll down, and what you'll see is not set at first, but then once it only takes a little while usually to set it, what you'll see then is a neuron number. You can click on that and you can see your actual neurons splitting off here. So this one I just did earlier, so it has 183 days left until I get it. This one that I did about 50 or so days ago, this has 130 days left, and then I'll get 105 out here. This one earlier for 629, this has 91 days left. This one that I did for, I'm getting 212 out of this in 88 days. And then this one I just got a couple of days ago. And you can see I took this out in December 2024, and now that's fully dissolved. So in order, what will happen when, so you can see this it populated, now it's waiting dissolvement. So what will happen is it'll literally just drop the ICP in your account after it dissolves. So you don't have to do anything except come back after the time's done. So for example, on this one, all I need to do is come back in 88 days and it'll drop the ICP back in my account. And then when the ICP is in my account, all I have to do is click on send. I go back to the network nervous system, get my internet computer protocol address. I copy my internet computer protocol address here, paste it in, put max, and then send it right back to my network nervous system wallet. So as you can see, I now have in here 600, 800, 900. This is then puts me at like 16 plus 100 in ICP. I'm converting to I converted to nICP, and now I'm getting back an ICP. So I like doing this because this gives me a really nice APR in the short term. And for example, if the ICP price suddenly spikes, I'm sitting on this and I can't impulsively just dump it too early. So my strategy is to have, I've got, at least 1,000 liquid ICP just sitting here, and if I get euphoric when it suddenly goes to $20 or something and I prematurely sell, that'd be sad, but it's sitting here. I can do whatever I want with the liquid. Then I've got even more than that in WaterNeuron that's locked short-term, earning an APR. Then I've got my long-term bag here that prints out 1.58 ICP or in maturity a day. So this gives me a very well-rounded approach where, I'm not overcommitted to anything. I've got everything balanced up very nicely. And this is amazing that WaterNeuron's working so well right now. Keep in mind that WaterNeuron is a third-party application. Some people say it's very centralized, which I guess is good if you don't want the whole protocol to be taken over. But that's the downside, is there's arguably 1-2 people that have total control over this protocol, and it's accumulating a lot of ICP. So keep in mind these things, and if you enjoyed this video, go to jerrybanfield.com. You got all my links there, my open chat links, my X. This is a video I filmed for my YouTube channel where I'm a full-time YouTuber, and I also mirror my videos and post them on X as well. I invite you to follow both those places and go to jerrybanfield.com so you can get links. If you want to do this with a lot of money, tens of thousands of dollars, I'd schedule a call and talk with me first. And yeah, if you want to watch when I'm live on Twitch, thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon.